belonging at this stage. Let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective. As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley, he did not realize that finally he used the at this time. So Linny afterward. Linny. And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any?
The key to refuting, lady. According to Linny. Linny went to... Linny did not...
When the countdown started, but he immediately used... Once he reached that area, the crime scene had already developed, but finally, he reached... Paimon did it!
In other words, you believe...
That's right! If that's the... Assuming that...
Oh.
Well... You're saying that he wasn't?
That's right! This meat, the same clue...
To think you'd use such lot. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Halsey is the missing... The deceased's name...
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be... No one entered or left the opera. The deceased's name is... Halsey's clothing was... No one entered or... The sound we heard may have... It would have been tough for... Linny was not in the tunnel. The sound we heard may... Halsey's clothing was... No one entered or left. The deceased's name... Linny was not in the tunnel. Linny was not in the tunnel. It would have been tough for... Halsey's clothing was... It would have been tough for... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The deceased's name... No one entered or... Linny was not in the tunnel. Linny was not in the tunnel. No one entered or... No one entered or... The sound we heard may...
What's wrong, Traveler?
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the
If only we... Well, that would be nice, but it's not like this is a magic...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name... The vase was not broken.
Lynette, if they're...
How could a person ever... Magic trick.
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of... Since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be... Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the...
We are still examining the... We discovered several test tubes of fluid with the notebook in his backpack. The primordials. The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that's... The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also... As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, support...
You gotta be kidding!
But something so...
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a...
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go.
Order! Order! Still. Guards, Mr. Linney.
Of course, if we uphold...
Right! Like the metal hut! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that...
The deceased's name is... Now it seems like the water from the primordial sea should already... The rope that held the water... Lynette was in the magic... I remember the...
Ahem! It's Ace Detective Paimon in the original plan. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial... Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel. With the remaining evidence, but...
That actual...
Now, it seems like his notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people, and we found an
What?
That can't be.
Does this not, my dear? Linny did not need... Having made but upon... Ultimately, he now... As my... Am I right?
We've used up all the... Is this the end of...
Oh no!
I believe this is indeed... Now then, Mike... excuse me,
Miss, I must ask you not...
Oh, come on. I'll show you in a...
No offense, Miss.
Come on now, don't... But once everyone believes the illusion, Can't magic reveal the truth to them? And wouldn't such come on? But as the magic makers and stars of the...
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry for the...
Wait.
To be clear, I was hiding outside this... I was just feeling happy. Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Hall. I heard that that's how I make a living. But I was no...
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. So I played... I wasn't going to... There was no... I slipped out after...
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, had I known that, I wouldn't have put...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective. Hmm. 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 Lily-Ann was... The flower vase. The strange...
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected, her panic only hearing the commotion, he did not know that mistakenly the two broke with no way of escape. That
she had already become desperately hungry by the time we were...
At this point, all the...
brother!
Now then, Lady Farina.
Please,
and...
What are you read? No, I have no further.
Wow.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, with some modifications to cover up any evidence, while he also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank. Using the fireworks at the end of the performance, he poured the water. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel. If all had gone to plan, realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel, and however, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked on Lily-Ann according to her own statements. As for Linny, from this while there is much in Linny and this case at least can be... As such.
Great work. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, how did you...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that the... I'm sure you know...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself...
We were supposed to...
And now that you're... Therefore, you would be wise...
Yes! I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that it can also be made into a potion. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such
An outrageous. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.